Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. This is part 2 of racism in the group Amazing Pinay. P-I-A-P-I-N-A-Y. Now, not the group is not racism, but there was a racist CF battle yesterday between 3 people, me being one, because I got tired of fighting, and you can't change someone's opinion. You can't change someone's thought. Even if you give them the truth, you can't change their thought. So in the first video, I posted all these videos about our president and the racist statements that he's made towards Native Americans and Asians. And there are a couple of other politicians that are going around calling the coronavirus or COVID-19 the Chinese virus. I have a lot of friends that are Asian. Not all of them are Chinese, but they are Asian. I have Vietnamese friends, I have Filipino friends, I have Chinese friends, Japanese friends. I have a lot of Asian friends. Alright? Some are doing good things, and I don't want to see anything happen to them because of the racism that Asians are facing right now in this COVID-19 outbreak, if you would. But the president and a couple of his other cronies are constantly going around calling this thing the Chinese virus, which is not fair. And in the other video, I pointed out how he treated Native Americans and Elizabeth Warren, calling her Pocahontas. So in the group, it is Amazing Punai, or Pinay, or however the hell you say it, P-I-N-A-Y, however you say that. So in the group, one of the fellas that I'm mentioning is married to a Native American woman. He doesn't understand that racism isn't affecting him the way he thinks it is, because he would agree. So to make him at least see, I can't make him agree, but I can at least make him see. I pointed out some videos in the other video about how he treated the Chinese reporter and told her to go ex-China, which was kind of racist and foul no matter how you slice it. And, the thing with that is, I don't give a damn who you vote for. No, you're going to vote for whoever you want to vote for, period. Whether we like it or not, people are going to vote for whoever they want to vote for. If they want to vote for Trump, they're going to vote for Trump. Regardless of how he has treated their people, regardless of the things that he said, I can tell you one thing for sure. He probably won't get the Asian vote after this clusterfuck. If anybody Asian that votes for him, you should probably be slapped for the simple fact that he's the cause of you getting your asses kicked by people. And if anybody who's going around kicking people's ass because of their Asian ethnicity, you should be slapped also. Especially if you're black, because black people have dealt with racism since the dawn of slavery. And not just from whites and Asians, but from their own people too. And this is why I'm making this video, because I've been a victim of racism from all 3 spectrums of humanity. Asians, being Native Americans, are biologically Asian. Blacks, the most. I've been a victim of mostly black on black racism. And then whites. And believe it or not, Native Americans and whites have treated me better than blacks. But other Asians, like Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Koreans, some of these guys are my best friends. They've never treated me badly. And when I went to Canada, and I went into Chinese places, or when I went into Korean places, they were like, cool. Native Americans from here have treated me horrible, but Native Americans from there have not. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of a CF, because you're like, well, how can Native Americans in my own country treat me astonishingly bad, and Native Americans in the First Nation did not? And I haven't been to reservations, but I bumped into a few Native Americans in Canada. So, it's America itself is a racist CF, and we, excuse me, don't wake up. We in America refuse to address racism. We just refuse to address it. And now that'll be a whole nother video, because my other video about this is like 30 something minutes long, and I was making a better one and there was distractions, so that part will be deleted. And out of fear of this being flagged as hate speech versus freedom of speech, because for some reason the YouTubers, they got my number and thinking that I was doing hate speech when I was telling the truth, and people don't like the truth. And I'll probably post all the other videos before I post this video and the other video. And the thing is, when I got flagged, I have to make a video about that. So I will, about getting flagged. But the thing about this is that, none of our presidents have been perfect. None of them. And a lot of our presidents have been racist. Even Obama has been accused of being racist. And he has been accused of being racist to his own people versus white people. Now, the white people did jump down his throat when he brought a person deemed by the military a traitor. He was shunned and ostracized by the Americans because he brought a soldier home who was deemed a traitor. But outside of that, it's not a lot. It's not a whole lot that you can do to change someone's mind. And you can't. You can't literally get somebody, you can't literally make somebody change their mind. You can't make someone change how they feel. And sometimes you have to actually show them the dark side of people that they admire. And I say that because I met a couple of my idols, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about them because it's not that what they did was bad. It's that can't seem to grasp the concept of me making it as a celebrity and then charging people $60 to take a picture with me when those people who watch me on TV is why I have a career. And when I make it and I'm doing shows and stuff like that, I refuse to make someone stand in line after you're paying $60 or $80 and you're spending money on your hotel and you're spending money on your food to come to my booth and charge you $60 to take a picture. It's outrageous. Because when you go to these events, and if y'all have never been to Gamma Cons or Galaxy Cons, they're expensive. Alright? I kid you not, they're expensive. I don't make a lot of money to begin with what I do. And YouTube's not paying my bills. And I don't even know how to get that even going. And even if I did have like a Patreon or anything like that, I still wouldn't charge more than $5 because it's way too much. People don't have money like talking about it. And if you have fans and they can't afford $5, it's understandable for me because I'm poor. I've been poor all my life. And for me to ask someone for $5, it's a stretch for me because I'm like, I wouldn't dare charge anybody more than $5 for a picture when I make it. I wouldn't dare. And then, to be honest, if I'm super successful, oh no, we're not doing that. If I'm super successful and I have a booth and people like what I do and they come up to talk to me, I'm not charging them for no damn picture. I'm sorry. The thing about being in celebrity life is you have to manage your money. You have to. I don't care what anybody says. You don't need 5 and 6 houses. You need one big house. And that's my plan. To get one big house. Maybe 2. Because I would prefer to have it where I have a house on the East Coast and a house on the West Coast. So that I don't have to go that far to relax. If I'm doing a show and if I'm on the East Coast and I'm doing a show, and let's say the show is in Charlottesville, and I live in Smithfield, then I would get a hotel in Charlottesville. Or if I'm doing a show in Richmond, and I live in Smithfield. That's a 2-hour drive. I don't want to make that drive every day, so then I would get a hotel. But I say I'm working on a set in a location, like we're in Newport News filming. It's an hour, maybe 45 minutes from Newport News to Smithfield. So I would have a house so that I can live in. And I would let my aunt Ruth live there and let her maintain it or whatever. I would have it set up so that the bills are paid while I'm away. Um, if I'm blessed enough to be working in California, I'll have a house in California. It won't be a big house, but it'll be big enough and close enough to where I'm going to be working so that I can be working, you know. And let's just say by the grace of God that I'm working in Canada for like the next 4 or 5 years. If Canada lets me have a house, I will buy a house in Canada. If Americans can have property up there, I would buy a house there so that I don't have to move. And that way, where I'm working, if I'm filming in Toronto, I want a home in Toronto. If I'm filming in Vancouver, I want a home in Vancouver. And I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but let's say it's possible. And if it's possible, then that's what I want to do. But to be honest, I just want to be working. And I don't give a damn if I live in a hotel for the rest of my life as long as I'm fracking working. My nephew's right there, he's still asleep. The point of the video is that racism is a thing. And our president has done some very racist ass stuff. And I want to close this video on the fact that I'm going to make a third video. And the thing with that is, I have to find the video of Standing Rock. So when I make the other video of our president doing racist stuff, I want to be able to do the Standing Rock thing. Because I want to show this guy in our group that he is wrong about the man that he idols. He is wrong about our president because he doesn't think that our president is racist. So I took clips, and yeah, I'm biased. I am extremely biased because it affects me when the Lakota have celebrities that are white, that are standing up to this white man that is telling them you can't cut through sacred land. And you have a black president who signed a decree protecting the Native Americans on his last day as office as Commander-in-Chief. He wrote on the thing, I hereby, as the president, decree Lakota Sioux land is belonging to the Lakota Sioux, and they will have no pipeline come through them. Weeks before that, the President of the United States met with the Native Americans, and he lied to their face. He straight told them, I'm not going to touch Lakota land. I have no business dealing with the pipeline, none of that. And I guess he probably thought he was telling the truth at the time, because he probably didn't think he was going to win against Hillary, who I voted for. I voted for Hillary. It's like only the second time that I voted for Hillary. The first time I voted for Hillary, Obama won. And when his presidency came back around, I voted for Obama. When Hillary started running against Clinton, I said, finally, I'm going to vote for Hillary. I get to vote for Hillary. I'm going to do Hillary. I meant to say when Hillary went to go against our current administration. And to be honest, our current administration tastes like crap in my mouth. But, you know, if that's who you voted for, that's your thing. I got nothing against you, but, you know, if it's improving your wallet, then you voted for him. And that's pretty much how everybody else who's black felt when they voted for Obama. He won by the majority of black people wanting a black man in there. However, the joke's on you because of a lot of white people and a lot of Asians voted for Obama also. You know, so it wasn't just a majority of black people. It was a bunch of people of color who said, we're going to get this guy in here. And not only we're going to get him in there, we're going to get him in there again. So yeah, I voted for him twice. Not going to lie about it. But I didn't vote for Donald Trump. Now, as we come to an end, when he erased Obama's decree to protect the Lakota Sioux, I was done. And then I was like, let me go Google this guy and see what his problem is with Native Americans. And this problem with Native Americans started in Connecticut with these casinos. Native Americans have casinos to help fund the reservation's food population. And in the video, he does talk about how they live under the poverty line. But that's more out west because there's not a lot of people living out west. They go to these casinos because they don't have any damn money. If you want to go to a casino, Atlantic City, Connecticut, maybe Florida, and Las Vegas. Those are the casino spots that make the money. The other casino spots aren't really making money because the population is too dense and no one's able to come out there and spend money if they're not having any money. Now, it's the same thing with the Eskimos in Alaska. Where you're going to put a casino. Who's going to come out in the winter to spend money at the casino? Not really anybody. Unless you're a snow bunny and you just like snow. But that's how it works. Now, he was mad because the Native Americans didn't have to pay taxes because all their money goes back into the reservation. He didn't like that, which is why I didn't like him, and I still don't like him. And after that incident with the Chinese reporter, I'm done with our president as far as him not being a racist. He's a devout racist. He's an all-out racist. And to the man in the group, I respect you, brother. I respect your opinion. I respect your thoughts. But when you walk around like this all day, to the true facts, you're as blind as the blind leading the blind. I'm not going to say you're 1,000% wrong. But you are wrong about one thing. The man is a racist. Point blank period. He is a racist. And he said that Obama was a racist while we were in group. The problem with that is, Obama wasn't a racist to white people. Obama was reverse racist to black foreigners coming over, Colombian foreigners, Cuban foreigners. I did my research. He never not let white people come in. No, he actually went and rescued a white soldier, which I said at the beginning of the video, that the military itself deemed him as a traitor. So what did we do? We live in a world where people's opinions get people killed due to their race. We live in a world where our president can threaten to grab people by the vaginas and still get a job. Well, Billy Bush will probably never work in TV again unless he gets an acting job. And, just because you're in front of the camera doesn't mean you can act. And just because you're not in front of the camera doesn't mean that you can't act. It just means that it's all about being discovered, which is my problem. I haven't been discovered. But, in all honesty, no president is perfect. But a lot of people, when they become president, they have their own agenda. Our president does have an agenda. He wants to be emperor of America. And that is not going to happen. If he's lucky enough to get 4 more years, because people are strong about this crap. They're really strong about this crap. And I'm going to tell you like this. In all honesty, what's working for people that have money is Trump. What's not working for people who don't have money is Trump. And it was reversed when it was Obama. What's working for people who don't have money was Obama. What wasn't working for people who do have money was Obama. Because he's digging into their wallets. And then you hurt people by hurting their wallets, you cause problems. But when you're one of the people who have money and it's not hurting you, you want to keep it that way. That's just the nature of the beast. But that does not give the beast the right to be a racist. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2. BC and you.